And there we go. Welcome back, Dark Heresy. Intro that I always use. Welcome back, Dark Heresy.
Danny, can I ask you about the origins of your last name, Britain? That's interesting.
There's a lot of Irish.
A lot of Irish?
There is.
A lot of Irish. Yeah, because it's my dad's side of the family. I don't really know the origins of the name.
See, with me, it's a Crowder, right? Like crowd and then ER. The story I was told was back when streets were made out of cobblestone bricks. My family name was to actually crowd those blocks together so the streets could be made.
Interesting.
But that's such a stupid and convenient story that I don't even know that it's true.
So like kind of
It's
like
just something
Crowder.
that I heard.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interessant. So
Give me 2 seconds.
apparently Danny's dead now. I thought I had his full fucking attention, but I guess not.
Well, he did take
What
like
else?
3 minutes to walk away after everyone else did.
What else is new?
We need more sugar. Should have done 2
We
sugars.
didn't start the fire. It's
It's
always burning since the world's been
World's
turning.
return. That's all I know.
Harry Truman, Doris Day, Red China, Johnny Ray, South Pacific, Walter Winchell, Joe DiMaggio,
We went
Joe
over this on
McCarthy,
Friday.
Richard Nixon.
2 lines from every song. That's all you get.
I memorized all of that when I was in like freshman year, I think. It was pre-freshman year. It's probably 8th grade then. And then in 2 history classes I've had since then, they were like, this is a song about all the history that's happened since basically like the 40s on. And I was like,
All
I
the
know
history,
all of it.
They're just shortly naming names. You don't learn any history from that. What context
You
are you
learn
supposed to
major
take away from
events
that
or
song?
people.
Well, to be fair, do you know the origins of the song?
Like, the 60s were a turbulent time, and after all that turbulence, the guy felt the need to write a song.
The guy, Billy Joel.
Billy Joel.
Yeah, the guy.
No, what happened
Also the
was
60s.
in the 80s, I think it was, a kid came up, like a 10-year-old kid came up to him, and he was like, man, all the cool stuff's happening now, like the internet and new cars, all this cool, awesome stuff. Nothing happened when you were young, and so he wrote a song to spite that kid, and the song was just all of the crap that happened during his lifetime, and just listing it.
Oh, right, I thought
Because just saying, fuck you, kid,
Mhm.
was too easy.
There was no way, obviously, there's no way to get through all of that crap in detail, but he just listed, like, basically the highlights
I
for
get
his
that.
life.
Yeah.
It was good. I like that. I like that there's still an artist humble enough to say fuck you to a 10-year-old kid
And make lots of money doing it.
and make tons of bank because he's the piano man.
Did he still hate singing that song live?
I would. That's a fucking annoying song to have to remember.
It's probably one of the most karaoke songs in the history of the world.
It's the song that anyone who's ever played a piano knows and asks him to play
You ever done
and then
karaoke?
plays with him. Twice?
Twice.
Twice, I think.
I did the Eagles, Hotel California. That was a good choice.
Good.
Yeah. That's basically it, though.
Actually, what was the first one I did? Because it was at the Derby Bar.
Oh, yeah, that's a
and the
good one.
Kaleidoscope. I think it might have been Piano Man. Because it was a Joel song, and it was either
Uptown Girl.
All in Town or not no.
But
Yeah,
she's
it
been
was
living in
either
her
All in Town
uptown
or
world.
Piano Man.
Play me a
I would have
song,
done Start the
piano
Fire, but I don't
man.
think the guy knew it.
Right.
Anyways, Danny, ready?
Can we do another moment where you play the Bulls intro song?
Mercutio's not showing up in this one.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. That was the greatest
That was
introduction he
built
could
up
have
to
had.
me for 6 months. It was a
Yeah.
letdown. Because you fuckers wouldn't stop talking over it.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys are jerks. Okay. Anyways, the second day. And Ronnie. With their black bra. Thanks, Danny.
What?
Anyways,
Like the picture.
the group awakens to the sound of hundreds and hundreds of footfalls. As you slowly come to your senses, you notice that there is a very large crowd gathering outside of the house and marching towards the palace.
Oh, thank God.
I know, right?
Oh, wait, he's not even here tonight.
As if they had
I'm
more
sweating
things
right
to
now.
steal from us, right?
I'm anxious. I don't know what's gonna happen.
God, I forgot he didn't come home last night.
Oh god, oh god, Richard's gonna fuck us. It's only day 2. Richard's gonna fuck us.
What more could he take from us?
Anyways, what do you guys feel like doing?
Going out and investigating.
Okay.
Is Tack in the room with us, or like anywhere around?
No, Tack is nowhere to be seen. He's probably in his room. He's just not in the main area.
So I'm sorry, is there a riot headed towards the palace?
There's just a bunch of people marching. Well, not marching, but walking towards the palace.
So it's not an angry mob yet, but still a mob.
Yeah, it's the mob of people leaving downwind towards the palace.
I'm gonna go ahead and follow him.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay?
Sounds good.
I'm also gonna break off at the bazaar.
Not you. Blank?
God, follow the angry mob of people with no weapon.
You're the one who's psychic!
Yeah,
You're the only
Burn
person
the-
who can, like, pull out a sword and
burn
kill a
the
demon
witch.
out of nowhere.
that is a good idea. Burn the witch. No.
But I wanna...
Yeah, not interested. I guess I'm gonna go outside and, is there anybody... But yeah, I'm gonna walk outside. Is there anybody that I see, like, within, like, the vicinity of the hut? Or
Yeah, I
shanty?
mean, there's like tens of people just walking by.
Alright, then I'd like to grab somebody and ask them, like, what's
I guess I
going
should
on.
clarify. What time is it?
Early in the morning, probably
Early
like,
in the morning?
just after dawn.
Okay, so it's not still before twilight?
No.
Okay.
The sun is over the horizon.
Okay.
You guys slept in a little bit. You were tired.
Yeah.
Flint, what are you doing?
Just chilling out.
Good.
I'm gonna walk around. Just kind of derp about.
Awesome. So yeah, Slate, you grab one of them aside, and he just looks at you like, "Didn't you hear the criers this morning? They're telling everyone to go to the square."
Square? For what?
I don't know. They said someone wants to or the heralds want us. The town meeting. I don't know, man.
The Shanka Square, the Caravan Square.
The palace square.
Has this kind of thing happened before?
Yeah, every once in a while.
Is it generally good or bad?
Depends. Some days it's executions. Some days they're just announcing new laws. Some day they're telling us that they're gonna have a festival. It's whatever, man.
So blasé.
Like, he's just annoyed, alright?
Okay.
You just get paid enough.
I'll go ahead and I'll thank him and just let him walk away.
Yeah. Pulls his shirt away.
I'll turn to Johanna. This maybe doesn't sound like a good idea. Execution? I mean...
Carnival?
Well, when I went to the palace yesterday, someone seemed to, at least a couple of them, acknowledge my tenuous authority around here, so if we really need to, I can always take advantage of that, it seems. Also, it would be good to know what exactly is going on, considering we don't know how long we're going to be here.
Well, given that we're the only probably people that have landed on this planet in a while, I kind of feel like
Have
it
we
might
gotten the full story on
be a good
that?
idea to
No, you haven't asked around.
be
You
here
don't know.
yet.
So we don't know that for a fact.
It's a fair assumption to make, but yeah.
Fair enough. That's right. I guess the guy said nobody has gotten in, so... Fair assumption, yes.
Well, I mean, and we're not the only ones that crash landed on here either. We did have a ship full of refugees.
That is true, and we've seen what happens when we try to go against the guard.
Yeah.
They give you your stuff back. That's pretty polite. I like them.
Right.
I'm still working on that for the rest of us, but for now, I should think that we should go and at least check out what's going on. We can stay on the fringes or something.
Okay. We can try it.
Flint, are you gonna go with them?
Where are they headed?
I thought I had your undivided attention, you shit. There's a large crowd of people heading towards the palace square. He asked them what was going on. They were like, they're just calling us. We should go. They've all decided to go. Are you going with them?
Sure, why not?
Cool. You, since you haven't...
Yeah, I slept in an alley.
Yeah, you slept in an
you
alley.
said you
They don't know
went
where
sleep.
you are.
I'm all sore and everything. Haven't slept well.
No, and you just hear a lot of people. Like, just people walking through the alley. People just walking in mass over towards the palace.
Alright, well, I think it's time to hide in plain sight. I'll follow them.
Alright. So you guys all head over to the palace.
Well, can we make any observations along the way?
Sure, take a plus 10 perception test to whoever wants to take it.
I'll let
Well,
Ninja
Do I
take
have to take a perception test to see how empty
me to
side
take it?
streets are?
Yes, I want you to take it. Your eyes are better than mine. I want to see if we see anything suspicious.
All of the
as
streets
we're
are
walking.
very impacted with people walking towards the...
Oh, and one more
Wow,
thing, I'm
we
sorry.
might have seen a lot of things, Roger.
I also want to ditch the lighter.
Okay.
Either abandon it or plant it on someone.
Okay.
You are very
you have, like-
lecherous.
Well, you don't have, like, sleight of hand
Lecherous.
or anything.
No, I don't.
I don't
Should I-
think that's
should I
the
just
proper
abandon
term
it?
for what you're trying to do. Yeah, probably.
I'll just throw
dump
it out.
somewhere.
I don't want it in my pocket or on my person at all.
Okay. Alright, so... Flint.
I think we saw a lot of things.
You notice, as you guys keep walking closer and closer towards the palace, that there are guards standing around and looking into the crowd. You can't tell what they want, but you can definitely tell that as you get closer to the palace, there are more guards on rooftops and just flanking the streets, looking in.
Second thought, this may have not been the best idea.
So basically, we're just surrounded by guards.
Not entirely surrounded, but I mean,
But
there's
we're gonna
a
be
definite
seeing more
guard
guards.
presence. And
Okay.
Merc, don't give no fucks.
What?
Nothing, you just yawned when I said that, so I was like, obviously
Oh.
you didn't give a shit. It's just YOLOing this.
I thought maybe everyone had already
Uh.
moved their icons to the square and mine was still just back at the house.
So yeah,
I
so you
should
guys
probably do that.
make it across the, you guys are basically right next to the maze,
Oh.
between the maze and the bazaar right now, as you notice that. If you want to
Okay.
continue going with them, or you want to try and break off and go somewhere else, you can.
Yeah, well, I say we keep going.
Yeah, you said there are a bunch of guards up on top of the buildings and everything like that, right?
I mean,
It'll
yeah, on a
Yeah.
couple of buildings, you can definitely tell there are guards
Yeah.
up there. It's not like every building has a guard.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Well,
if I were to try and break off and break into the bazaar, someone would likely notice. Someone
It would be
deviating
pretty-
from the pack.
It's just-
Decent chance.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like everybody's heading the same way or anything, so you might be
Mhm.
able to fade out, but yeah.
If anyone else is heading to the bazaar, I'd break off with them. But if no one is, I stick with the group.
Okay.
I'll look at. I'll turn to the group and look at them and go. I'm still gonna go into the square, but I'm going to make myself unseen.
Just try and stay near us so we know where you are.
Well, worst case scenario, because I need cover. I'll meet you back at Tax House.
Okay.
Okay.
As we continue walking through.
So I'm gonna split off from the group now.
Okay.
Just as with last night, I'm still looking for cloth. I'm looking for sizable pieces that are more square in shape.
Okay. So yeah, you all basically head to the Palace Square. Slate, what are you doing? since he broke off. Besides being really quiet over there.
Oh, sorry, I muted myself.
Yeah.
We're doing this narratively, so I'm gonna just go into like an alleyway and start invocating for Chameleon, and then just hug a wall or walls into the place and just find some place that I can hug a wall to and just hide.
Okay. So, let's say that you just take up, or it says Westgate and like between Westgate and Storage, by the stables, in the Castle Palace.
Oh, okay, sure.
You're like on that wall.
Okay. Do we have any way to drag my token out on the board? I think only you
Yeah,
can.
I can do it. I'll pull it out for you.
Me too.
You are... I guess I'll throw him out here too, so he can control himself. Unless you already have a token, which I don't think you do. Flint, you're with them. Back here. Blank, you are over here on this wall, basically. Everybody's ready? Except for Mike, who just went to the bathroom.
I'm good.
Well, I'm gonna wait for him. While he's off, perception check. When you
Just
enter-
one or everyone?
As you enter the square, just one. It's always just one if you guys are in a group.
Okay.
Well, I'm technically off from
Separate.
them,
Yeah.
so I guess I'll roll mine.
Danny,
You
roll a
guys
perception
accept one.
plus
Alright.
plus 20, and then Blank, roll a perception, just straight.
How do you fail that? Jesus.
Good.
By rolling a 95 is how.
By jamming your eye.
You sat there and like found a piece of rock or
And you're just
wood,
like,
just went in your
So,
eye.
yeah,
yeah.
guys.
Blank,
Zero
as you,
good.
as you creep in and you look around, you notice there's a guard barracks along the western wall.
Okay.
That there is an armory and a lot of storage all around you, because basically you guys don't know like what any of this stuff is. So by your observations, you can see that there's a lot of storage. You notice where the barracks and the armory is. You see the zoo, and you see a big house in the middle of the courtyard that looks very well constructed and fine, though you can't quite yet guess what its application is. That's
Okay.
basically all you see.
Alright. Works for me.
And now we have to wait for him. But yeah, you're all just kind of looking around, checking it out as everyone kind of gathers in this very large area. Good, he's back. You can hear me. So,
Did I leave when it was my turn?
No.
Alright.
I can't start the next part until you're back to hear it all.
Gotcha.
Yes, you make your way past the palace's outer barricade into this massive center. There are stables and zoos flanking you on either side. Though most of the square is hard-packed dirt, there is also elegant stone pavers at the base of all of the buildings, and a beautiful marble staircase that makes its way up towards the palace. You're all taking in your surroundings, trying to get your bearings, when the unmistakable and loud crack of multiple las rifles snaps your attention back to the wall of the west gate. Atop the wall is a massive, heavily muscled, and gloriously armored man, flanked by high-ranking guards and military officers. His body is heavily scarred, and he peers out into the crowd with a piercing stare. Way to use words that sound similar, Richard. To his right, you see a young man, unmistakably the prince due to his very fine silken clothing and petite, delicate frame. Then, a peculiarity piques your interest as you notice a short woman with tightly pulled back black hair standing behind the large man, just to his left. Clad in red and orange dress. Her eyes remain constantly closed, and her demeanor aloof. The large man turns to speak. People of Sanctuary! Both boos and applause can be heard from the crowd below. Silence! The crowd falls silent. People of Sanctuary, it has been brought to the prince's attention that a man, branded a witch, has arrived in our glorious city. My lord believes it wise that we find this person for your safety. There is scoffing heard in the crowd and some muttering. I'm gonna go with Merc. Take a minus 10 perception check, unless you have anything based on hearing. That gives you a bonus.
Not as far as I know. So just a minus 10?
Just a minus 10 perception check. Slate, do the same.
Just a basic, no modifier.
Minus 10.
Oh, minus 10. Well, fuck me.
Everyone does a minus 10 perception check that I call out. Alright, you, minus 10 perception check.
Sure.
Good. Alright, so none of you...
Oh man, that's pretty bad, isn't it?
Yeah. None of you can discern what the muttering was about. That's all. It's not like a big deal. Yes, after...
Wait, about how... You said each square is about 50 meters, right?
Yeah.
Where are these people standing?
Who are these people?
They're
The one that was just muttering.
It's just happening in the crowd all around you.
Oh. Well, if they're all around me, I'd like the deja vu the nearest person next to me.
Go for it. And I would like to let you know that invocation is a noticeable thing.
Well, I'm still invisible, so
Mm-hmm.
as long as I stay still, that's not an issue. Do you want me to actually roll my deja vu?
Oh yeah, you have to
See
roll
if I-
everything. In fact,
good.
can you roll for your last thing to see if you perils or anything?
Oh, yeah.
So roll, do your chameleon cloak or chameleon first.
So in
Sure.
this universe, it's fundamentally hard to disarm a magic user. You can't even take away his staff, and it won't.
Oh, no,
Damn,
he is always
two
magical.
10s.
Okay,
All right,
Oh.
so now roll your deja vu.
but
Yep.
they must have registered that he was a magic user. Did that mean like they were keeping a closer watch on him, or what?
Mm-hmm. He's sanctioned by the Empire to be out and about. Otherwise, he wouldn't be allowed to leave Terra. Earth.
Oh, okay.
You can't take away their magic. Like, they don't use staves. They don't do anything. It's all from their mind. Like, they don't need anything in particular.
Well, it's part mine, part breaking
like,
into the
you don't
war.
need, like, a wand.
Yeah, exactly.
Your mind is directly linked into the immaterium, which is basically just where all magic comes from in this universe. It's basically pure chaos. So you
Well,
can pull in
magic is a
sword.
crude word
I was
for
just
it.
curious.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about the magic here.
So yeah. Alright, so you pass both of them without getting anything wrong. What does deja
Yeah.
vu do for you?
Deja vu, you create a brief
repeat.
memory loop, and yeah, it just repeats, causing their thoughts to slip back several seconds, and they repeat an action. They can, if you want to, resist it with a willpower test.
No, he doesn't even notice. He just figures he stuttered and says it again. Take a perception test with a plus 10 for you.
Okay. Good.
Never mind. Awesome.
You closely listen the second time.
And get nothing.
Yeah.
And you get even less.
Your ears begin to bleed.
Anyways, after the large man is finished,
Oh shit, that was a 99.
it was very close to fucking him over. After the bellowing and the muttering, the prince takes a step forward. If you have any information about this man, please bring it to our attention. That is all, my people.
This
The
prince
prince-
sounds like a douche.
By people. I don't think an actual prince would ever say that.
The prince turns away and the large man glares at him, and then back to the crowd before following. The woman, clutching the large man's arm, is pulled along with him, but stops for a single instant, opening her eyes and looking directly at Slate. She cocks her head and looks upon him curiously. She is then pulled gruffly from view.
Good.
The
But does
crowd,
she close her eyes again?
The crowd erupts with conversation, most of it meaningless. Things like, have you seen the witch? I wonder what the temples have to say about this. I ain't helping the Rankin. Tempest looks more serious than usual. Did you see that look he gave the prince? You notice that a large group of the crowd, which is now for the most part heading back to town, is splitting off towards the ornate gates to the west and the temple area.
Okay, I'm gonna take this moment to start a couple rumors with the crowd. I'm gonna say that the witch started the fires last night.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, good. Thank you for that. That's exactly what I need.
Did you hear? The witch started those fires over in the granary.
Can't actually do that with my mind, but thank you.
You could if you were a different kind of witch.
I could.
Oh, witch!
But you're not a pyromancer, so.
Nope. Telekinetic.
So anyways,
But they don't know that.
Roger.
all of-
Do you weigh less than a duck?
Sal sees you guys and you all kind of group back together.
God,
Hey,
he
you
is
guys have a
stabbing
fun
you guys
night?
in the back faster than I can.
Well, in the interest of the witch thing, I'm gonna go back by myself.
'Cause let me tell you,
Okay.
it's impossible for you to have a funner night than I did.
So you're gonna leave and go back
What
to
did you
tax?
do?
Yeah, I'm. You can do them first.
Okay. So all of you guys, what do you guys want to do? Well, you guys can
sure.
continue that conversation if you'd like.
I'm gonna turn to the two people that are next to me and say, so I definitely think that big guy has more pull over the prince. He seems way more in command.
When you say the two people next to you, do you mean us, or are you just talking to some commoners who were walking by and they're like, yeah, no shit?
Mercury and Johanna.
Okay.
No, the only two characters that are next to me.
Well, he's there too now. Salamander's with next to you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, he's still over there.
You can say that again. At least he seems to have more
There you go.
concern about what's going on in the front.
Yeah.
They both seem like assholes to me.
Well, everybody's an asshole.